to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Store is done. Go find your parents.
But the Pomerine, what about the story of Rittik and the dragon?
Our tales for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Not always. Could go either way. Sometimes virtue wins, sometimes villainy gets the upper hand. Still worth being good.
But why? If it doesn't mean you'll win.
Pomerin's story. Think back. A decent man attracts other good folk, makes friends he can count on. A rogue? Well, he can only count on other rogues. And who would you rather have for a friend?
A man of virtue?
I must agree. Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents. Her Knight and Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way.
Lead the way, bud. Stupid kid, got his stupid little outfit.
Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As you will soon see.
Someone's
piggy.
gonna fight a Shelmar with only some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down.
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
This is dangerous. Bells on its tail aren't enough.
I saw a spectacle of the sort of the arena in Nuremberg. There, a knight defeated a Shelmar with bells on its tail.
Might have gotten lucky. Shelmar might have been lame. Who knows? Only a Witcher has a real chance against a healthy Shelmar. And that's not even every Witcher. Besides which, releasing a monster that dangerous in front of a crowd, plain irresponsible. Who's going to fight the beast?
Guillaume, the young man you met.
Yeah. Mentioned he'd promised his heart's capture a monster trophy.
Moving some music right now, hopefully it doesn't lag the shit too much.
Let's go.
Feel like we're gonna end up fighting it. Or the dude's gonna die or some shit. But does he bleed? Loud and whining. Should probably finish moving my music later.
My imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
Good question, man. I don't know.
It's begun.
Apparently they had small updates yesterday they had to deal with.
Must wait.
So maybe that's what it is, I don't know. I haven't had any issues outside that update.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Watch the Duchess get wrecked. He didn't look dead to me, pal.
Damn it.
Dude, stupid.
We have to help him.
This dude fucking gets the lost armor, brother.
Gotta keep it down.
They're turtling up, man. All the stuttering. Or was it stuttering really bad? It's because I'm moving music. I'll pause it. I'll finish it later. Just to know what we could take. Yeah, it does a little bit. Like occasionally a little bit.
The fate of the beast has been weighed by the gods. The witches and trials no odds.
At least we got bleeding here. I don't know if this guy would be considered. Oh, a fucking relic for all I know. Oops. The old bare hands here. Hopefully that guy's not actually dead. Not enough damage. Oh, this guy's supposed to be in the ground. Oh, we gotta get the bell there soon. We can get him to fucking bleed a little bit though. It shouldn't be stuttering anymore. Okie. We're making some progress tonight, dude. Cool. How did you guys have your last little DLR thing? Identical lines? Yeah, that part seems like the worst. Die. What's up, Biscuits? Thanks for the stream, brother. The stream host. Thanks for the stream. Appreciate it. You playing Warframe, was it? Did me some Warframe back in the day. I thought about getting back into it. It looks pretty good now. It's going pretty good, man. Just finally playing through the Witcher DLC. Enjoying it quite a bit. Biscuit boys.
Defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Damn, Ghetto. I guess that's not really breaking the rules, right? You can just do whatever. Discuss with them.
Master Geralt, do what you must.
He's throwing
Finish
it.
the deed.
Whatever, dude. Kill it.
Suffered enough.
Genius. When you get at least a little something.
Praised be the victors.
Yeah, I'm glad the Warframe keeps growing, man. I mean, it's a great example of a developer who puts a lot of time and effort into their game, even if it's free to play.
I am not as nimble as in my younger years.
A lot of good updates.
You fought bravely. Thanks for your help.
A lot of big shit. It's good.
Guillaume.
The lads came down
Impressive.
to dying.
Hopefully they keep it up.
I'm
Definitely makes me want to try it again.
fine.
I did like 100 hours back when it
It's worth
first
it
came
all.
out. Or 200.
Vivian?
That's about it.
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech.
I'm sure it's totally different now.
She approaches.
It's the Duchess.
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later in the medic's tent.
Vivian the
Geralt,
monster.
magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk.
A little stuttering.
We had been long awaiting your arrival.
Sure the music
Really
thing's
lost
still the
hope.
issue, even
And
though it's
suddenly,
paused.
that entrance, so spectacular.
There's a lot of people in this one too. I could probably try to close out of some shit, but we'll see if it causes any issues. Anything else up? I think so. It's probably just a cutscene, yeah.
Your Grace. Shaelmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal glory as he who slew the monster.
What he
about
did.
the crowd? Say the Shaelmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another
We're
task.
stupid, but we don't want to talk about it anymore. Someone played it. It's straight off it. It's a no clip documentary. Yeah, man, it's good. It's a rare case of that kind of thing working out, or at least
Your
even
Grace,
effort put into
my
that kind of thing.
contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally.
Gameplay's
but
crispy.
not here.
I didn't play their games before,
shall
like
meet
Dark
daily.
Sector or some shit.
He let the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him.
What a weird place to talk.
Tell us, have you come alone?
I don't know how much dough they
Or
make.
did Viscount Julian
sure quite a
accompany
bit.
you?
I got a good game behind all of it.
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace.
A lot of people playing.
I mean, no.
Seems like it always has a thriving community.
Yes, but solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the
You're
wheel,
supposed to
then
be
drawn, hanged, and
Sunder or
quartered.
something, man.
Ah, the very man we
Oh,
could
really?
trust with his
Yeah, I thought there was
taxes.
some
Damien
holdovers.
Telatour,
Good
captain
deal.
of my personal guard.
Yeah, I don't know how good Dark Sector was, but I'm glad they got a good focus on gameplay and Warframe.
Greetings. Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body.
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No.
No. It was me. Vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to
Yeah,
insinuate
those
the
hoverboards? Yeah,
investigation
man.
thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him.
Damn
attentively.
right he's saying that, man. Getting paid the big bucks, he's got to step back a little.
I examined the body of the beast's
in
last
front of
victim.
his
Might have
manager
found
here,
something.
his
Need to
boss.
analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir Delatour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you.
He's proud, man.
You bring
That's
trouble,
right.
or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
No, Your Grace. Usually we just ask for gold.
The response we expected. Thus we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and a sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this
A
adequate.
vineyard.
Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at
Vine.
once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Right.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. But, Corvo Bianco, isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet,
How far are you in
in its
Blood
mood,
Wine?
a
Just
morgue
started
should
it,
present
like
minimal problems
a
to
quest or two.
What's more, nothing enhances
I haven't
a
even
wine's
gotten to do a
reputation
side
better
quest.
than a grim legend.
Plan on doing
Thank
it
you, Your
all.
Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before,
Finished Hearts of
I'll need some
Stone earlier
information.
today. Rip it up.
How did it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die.
Crispy.
He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later. On his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
I originally played Witcher like the first week it came out on the PS4, and so now we're playing on the PC. So they have an option for you to boost the character to the right level for Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine, and I gave myself some extra things just to try to catch the character up with my original. I think it's still behind many levels because it doesn't do any of the side quests for you, just the main story. Don't have any of the places of power, not many of the recipes, but we got stuff going on. I'm pretty happy with it. Maybe I'll slap a few levels on it later. We can't wear the right armor, since we probably wouldn't have an issue with it normally, but for now we're just rolling with this. It's good. We were gonna do Octopath Traveler after Hearts of Stone, but I was in the mood for some more Witcher, so here we are. And then just go through all of Blood and Wine.
Second
Bought a
murder.
new computer,
What you know.
or built a
In
new
the
one.
city there are
So
certain
testing that
nooks.
out.
No
Trim's
one
looking a little
reasonable
crispier.
ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility
Yeah,
that
I've heard
we're
it's
mom
great.
tied at the hands of these bandits.
Because I've been building
you
a computer, I
believe
haven't
me,
had time to
Amateur?
start it.
Not hands,
So,
but
we'll
claws.
do that
killed
soon.
Ramon Dulac.
Try to finish
wound
that
was
up
deep,
before Monster
clean.
Hunter World
His body was found in the
on
gutter,
PC and shit.
dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
The
Someone
Duke.
went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
Yeah,
It's not out of
first
the
new
question.
GC I've had in 10 years.
Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
I upgraded my graphics card once. Obviously, capture card. My PC was really good for the time, so I was able to pretty much do whatever I wanted. But now we can really crank it up to the next level and play a lot of different shit on it.
So,
The main
first
thing
two
will be that
victims were
I'm
knights,
just streaming
best
to higher
years behind
quality
them.
The
permanently.
same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if the
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Went from 720p 30 FPS to 900p 60 FPS and then 6000 bitrate. The max Twitch allows a 6000 bitrate, so that's why you would do 900p resolution. There's a lot of high motion games don't apparently do as well with 6000 bitrate. Yeah, that's good. I always try to make sure the quality's alright, but I've never cared about taking it to like the limit. But now that we can, why not, you know? And since everybody gets quality options, it's worked out well.
5 virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake. How we truly came to espouse them, none remember. In Toussaint, we believe men of
Maybe it's
low
the
birth
Lady of the
should be
Lake one.
simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers and courtiers, lords and servants. Thus, the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack
Getting a
of
little
specific
stutter right now,
chivalric
but
virtues.
because I've been doing
Honor
stuff on the side here.
compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a
Yeah, the
coin
glasses,
pouch
dude.
shoved down a throat.
Gotta do
It
it.
seems to fit
I
true,
had
though not perfectly.
donkey ears on the top,
Can't
but
discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in
decided to
town.
go with the
Say
glasses
our
instead.
reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the
Cool
fourth
criminal,
virtue,
man.
valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the
Probably
custom?
gonna be the dude we
Milton
know.
mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A the night advanced in years.
Probably watch out for
famed cowardice
Milton.
of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed the knightly team. It was years ago, but
They were a team?
they were close friends, tightly knit, and as such earned the trust of our father, the Duke.
The
We
Duke.
often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure. Your Grace, we need to find Milton immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the Hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The Hare's hiding place is a
I want to
carefully
do some
guarded
side quests, but the main story is pretty solid right now.
At once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden
Should just
searched
cancel my
immediately,
music
but
move
discreetly.
here.
By no means can we disrupt the
I
festivities.
think the pause is
Panic
enough.
will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses!
If that happens, man.
Your Grace!
This doesn't give a fuck, man. Here it's all in, man.
What the hell? Why, I should... Your Highness,
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled.
Can you just rip that off and do on a normal thing? Maybe it's part of the dress. Velcroed on.
Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
Sucks to suck, my dude. I'm really worried about the silk, man. Will we get to find out what happens? With the silk. Oh. Jesus. If I keep stuttering.
Grace seems right at home in the saddle.
If we keep stuttering, then we'll do something. Might just be that area then.
Clear the path! Clear the way, I said!
Get the fuck out of my way, man.
It's here! Just round the corner!
Hurry!
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find unicorn's horn,
Where are
a
we
golden
going?
fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the Hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too.
We've no other option, but time is of the
Ooh.
essence, so we shall have to break the rules.
See Alfred. Milton!
Second pool, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up.
What if the beast
You will
wants
get
to
hold
kill
of
the
unicorn
Duchess?
horn and the golden fish. While I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. Turns round, over there, look. The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
Yeah, hold on, man. Alright, I'll restart the music move later, I think. It'll let me know if I've already moved over something. Hopefully that does something. Oh, we'll just restart the game. Sometimes shit happens.
If one were to call a state courageous or cowardly, what other part of the state?
Pretty good looking expansion though, man. It's crisp. Now let's go in here and do the unicorn bullshit.
Unicorn.
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again?
Virgin.
Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey, folks. Gonna have to
Oh,
ruin your
that
fun.
makes sense.
Sorry.
Who's that?
Kill it. Oh, a treat.
Cold game's not likely to tempt a unicorn. Think unicorns. Rainbows, little girls, sweets maybe.
You like cake, dude? Oh, we got peacocks and shit, man. My dude. How about...
Doesn't have a sweet tooth. Almost had it.
Okay, apparently not sweet, dude. Cake
Damn it.
is a no-go.
Crispy apple. Should like that like any other damn horse.
Crispy fucking up.
Almost had it.
Horse is a shitbag, man.
An apple. Yum yum. Easy.
Groovy.
Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
Let's go ahead and take the damn unicorn.
It's wine, wine, and more wine.
Sound of the peacock.
This one's on under.
This is... I don't think there was text, like, subtitles in the air before.
Did someone just dive in the water? Perhaps that's the way to do it.
Sure.
Gotta win, boys. No matter the costs. Hello? Didn't let me press A when I offered earlier. Said the golden fish. Is that really the golden fish?
That is not allowed.
Oh, so it looks kind of red. I don't know if there's multiple. That look gold. I'll go with that then. You just had somebody not just grab this.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
Just fucking swimming through air.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye, and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavily coursed up trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute
brings me a
Fucking
gift.
steal it from him.
Fitting tribute.
A key.
Fuck off.
Why, you one-botched wretch.
He's ruined the game!
Disgraceful.
They'll hate me now, man. Just wait. They'll respect it.
The light is positively useless. She can't possibly see.
Thanks for waiting. One apple, man. You got him forever. He's easy. Hopefully we gotta go in the castle and all that at some point.
No buts.
I wish only...
Forgive my wife, your grace. She wished to win so badly.
If you please, your grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules.
Respect. Sorry.
At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a drone, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse, with a head of hard cheese.
The fuck?
Mice and cheese. Alice pantry, maybe?
No, the hare is obliged to hide here in the gardens. Look, if we take row, hollow it out and fill it with ease. The letters, that is. We get green. Then mouse, but starting with what heads hard cheese. Why, it's greenhouse.
Pretty clever. And it sounds right to me.
There are several greenhouses in the gardens, but only one with a door that locks. And the key to it looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouses.
The hell would everybody know all that, man? I feel like this dude's gonna be dead. I want to see him die. Hopefully the monster doesn't want to kill her.
Oh, what the butch?
Looking like some normal, weird vampire dude.
What was that?
Obviously, some kind of human thing. Fucking epic chase, lads. The glasses. Runic sword.
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
I restarted here in a minute.
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you put your
Yeah, I might take them
bucks
off
on
eventually,
against
but
me. Now you pursue me.
they're
Why?
badass.
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Not here to talk about me.
Yet that is exactly what we are doing. So, did they send you after me? Who are they?
What do you mean, they?
Always.
Duchess hired me. You've been murdering her subjects.
Is it as simple as that? I would ask you to convey to the Duchess that I've but one victim left, but
Hoping we get a
you'll not get the chance.
proper monster here. It just seems like some weird vampire thing.
Ugly bastard. Kill again.
I'll put some oil on, but who knows what this guy is. I'd say some kind of vampire, but... The Infinite Guard, man. Classic. What's he doing, man? The levels coming quick.
You want to stay where you are. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
What is it? Just vampires, man? Like some kind of vampire.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You alright?
All is well.
That
All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on
played the
vampires
first
in
two
moments.
games.
But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle.
Maybe
In
it's in
somewhat
this
better
game, I
shape
didn't
now,
notice.
as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
Local serial killer seems to obey you. Maybe you could talk him out of it, convince him to stop murdering.
Why do you think I've come? It shall not be easy, as Dettlaff can be rather stubborn. Though you must certainly recall that neither do I surrender readily.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Dettlaff is... how would you humans put it? More bestial than I am. But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job
Guy's
with
been
that.
human his whole
He's
life,
killed
but
one
now
man
he's
since I got here.
special because
At
he's
least
not.
3 others
Doesn't know
before
how
I
to speak
arrived.
right, what?
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
So in your opinion, what are his reasons?
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will convince him of the error of his ways.
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda, hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once in the street had offered Dettlaff an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Dettlaff found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter, regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Dettlaff's trump card is his herd instinct, his tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him, immensely.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
I think the crazy vampires look pretty cool.
Doesn't understand men.
We only fought a few in the main game.
Its conventions. He's naive in a sense.
They're like deep underground though.
Games knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted, and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Gotta find him, before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Dettlaff is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go
Sucks
unavenged.
Milton's dead, man. He seemed like a cool dude.
To ply his trade.
Just walks out and leaves with them. Yahoo! What is this? Those are rewards for contracts. This is like an infinite contract thing. Let's see here. But yeah, we're doing a light armor build. Light attacks, light armor. The only magic I use is Quen. Doing potions more heavily now too. I could get more of what I needed. Which is vitriol. Then we could make even better potions.
Sir! A letter for you, sir!
Letter? Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was just to deliver it.
The golden ticket. Willy Wonka. Get lost.
Thanks.
Fuck
No,
off.
sir. Thank you. And I truly hope I'll be of service again.
My dear friend.
I've been told you're on a jaunt to Toussaint. I do hope you don't overtax yourself during the wine festival. The effects of such exertion at your age can indeed prove most detrimental. I've come upon some information which might be of interest to you. While browsing through a colleague's book collection, I found mention of one Professor Moreau of Beauclair, who conducted research into Witcher mutations. The details I've come to learn are rather vague, and his laboratory's location remains a mystery. Yet his journal should at least provide hints as to both. It is said he was laid to rest with it in his tomb. I enclose a map I found in the tome I happened upon. Though less than completely legible, I trust it will prove useful nonetheless. Should you grow tired of sampling Beauclair's ladies, wines, and other exquisite delicacies, this matter might prove a fruitful diversion. Investigate at your leisure. Your friend, Yennefer.
Friends.
A professor who studied Witcher mutations. Might actually be worth looking into.
I think it's supposed to be insanely painful. And I'm pretty sure in the books they're butt fucking ugly. Cause it like mutates the fuck out of them. Don't know for sure. I don't remember what else. I mean, in this game it doesn't seem like much of a downside. Well, they all seem to be. I think it's just kind of like a weird, like, science experiment torture thing. But I guess, whatever, I don't know the details.
Greetings, brave hero. I am Raphael de Serman, and I am the Ducal Camarlengo.
Doesn't seem like it's going too bad for him now, man.
So what is it you do here?
I pay the knight's errand.
For what?
Our knights wander the roads, protecting Toussaint from bandits and monsters. It is fitting and just that they be recompensed appropriately for these toils. Note, sir, that should you successfully smash hands, save a brother knight from peril, or extract a captured merchant from the hands of cutthroats, come see me. You shall be rewarded.
Can't help but be curious. But where do the funds for those payments come from?
The ducal treasury, of course. Her illustrious highness Anna Henrietta assigns great value to bravery.
That's nice, I guess, man.
Patriotism. It is her standing order that any knight may receive a wage. Pardon me. Financial compensation for his dedication to defending the duchy's internal security and order.
Wouldn't mind a glance at your books. Ones you're willing to sell, that is.
Don't care about much of this. They're like 24. I guess if you want that lore, man. The deep lore jump. Are you interested in painting?
Well,
Go in peace for a night.
Yeah, this guy's just sitting here with a lot of cakes, man. Whatever this is. Jesus, that seems alright. Alright, I'll start doing some side quests, I think. Like I said, I'd like to make better oils and shit here, but Rebus? What the hell is Rebus? Some of these I just can't get the stuff for. Do we have said thing? Nope. That's the problem with having a boosted character, is that they just don't, like, there's a lot of stuff in the game that you just randomly find. Like, there's not like a for sure place to get it, which is just kind of there. And they don't fill you with a lot of those, so I mean that's just pure hours, and you just can't get those. I mean I could spawn it all in with the console, but I don't really want to sit here and mess with all that. I don't remember exactly what I had on my other character, so not too worried about it. I don't really care about many of these. Throw some juice on some of these insectoids. Hanged man. Macrophage. There's vampire oils there. They are vampires for sure. Hearts of Stone had a few side quests. Not a whole lot though. This one seems to be a little more packed. Make a quick save and restart the game though. Getting some choppiness. Fucking Kotaku. Don't have anything weird running in the back. Seem like it. Alright. Whoop, there's open fucking eye. There we go.